I call my bow.
Giddy up.
Works hard on the nerves, eh? That's why you're so great.
Go, go. Faster. Giddy up.
And what of the funeral preparations?
As your grace...
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast, I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you returned with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast, vampire.
Is this a... Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Whoa, this is work for a Witcher, not for your guardsmen.
Yet when a Witcher fails, my guardsmen must step in. I'll take my best, 40 hardened veterans. No vampire can stand up to that.
40, 50, 100, doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different, unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats, others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is that.
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of...
And they do not fear we shall wipe them.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witch.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as... quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important.
I admit...
Got one lead. Few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show me the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Sara too. That's rather obvious. It's simple. Sans Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Sans Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Sans Real
It's highly unlikely you've ever had.
didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless...
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once.
Wait. Your Grace wants to...
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal...
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you, gentlemen. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court.
Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone such a vampire?
And defeated one, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire. Faster.
You, hey, with the blades.
Come on now.
Help us! Look, monsters all about!
Faster.
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this. Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save!
Come closer.
Help! Save us!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
We're fortunate
Thank
we
you.
happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
more about this vineyard, Castelvello.
It's the best in all Tucson. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it, Fabricio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem, till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant, could be the steward, could be the one was just stolen from the...
The whip away running riot. Don't you...
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was...
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castelvello?
Came to see you.
In this land it is...
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher?
Want to talk about Sonreal?
I am at your service.
The Sonreal.
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrel. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once the process is complete, it becomes Sonreal. And as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Who hauls the barrel?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have, which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is this Sonreal stored?
In the...
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
I did nothing
Welcome
wrong.
to the capital of Toussaint.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him. Only then did he come into his...
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Capped above sediment line. Everything lines up at first
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Cut.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Got Pomino over here. Ervelus. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
San Real. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
San Real. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek. This one is full.
Full. Full. This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sangria? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Wooden hammer for tapping barrels. Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
So,
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sonreal. Revolting, bitter plonk.
could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This... The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio, let's see what he has to say about it.
Master Fabrizio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sorial. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, now, I shall tell you everything if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the...
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of...
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black...
I've no Cintrian aristocrat at court.
Really thought...
I was a fool. Very fool.
Wine itself.
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort... I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred...
That's it? At the...
They... That is to say, a few days.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. But now, Witcher,
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Cintrian Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
Need a minute.
Make haste. We'll... We would not have made it far without your grace.